Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. In our previous session, we discussed about the comparison of the two dates, and the dated if function was explained. And the Excel uh, comes with VBA, and in the VBA you have a different method that is dated if means date diff. That is actually date diff function in which you provide uh, the interval in the form of, so for example, D for day, M for month, and WW for the weeks, and YYYY for the years, right? So I have written a note for you so that uh, the date diff function uh, takes into consideration the integer part of the result, right? Ignoring the any fixed fraction of the day, week, or month, or year will be considered as zero, right? So this is what we understood from date diff function, and this is good for whole number. So whereas when you calculate this by virtue of some formula divided by 30, so that does come with some fractions, and so like 376.86 week, or this is the 15.78 weeks. Whereas when you click the the go button, right, uh, which uh, uh, executes the VBA, so it keeps ignoring the fractions, right? So rather it is actually rounding out. It is actually rounding up the and for the weeks, it is here, it is rounding to the 377 weeks, right? Whereas till here it is seems ignoring the friction, right? So this is how it works. Means 88 is the actually it is 87.9, right? Whereas the dated if function, it comes up with a 86, because 86 months have been completed, the 87 and any proportion. So to understand it, I made it simplified. Let's take the current year. We know that we are in April at the moment, and 1st January was the first day of the year, right? And let's see what is the result by virtue of this simple Excel formula. So it says that 110 days have passed, 4 months have been taken. It means since we are in April, so it is coming up with 4. If you take so it is 3.7 months. 3.7 months, right? So and the weeks are 15.78, right? Whereas the dated if the date diff function, it takes it gives you the 110 exact dates. There's no issue in that, but for the months, it ignores any fraction, because we are standing in April at the moment. So the 3 months have passed, right? So it does not take any fraction of the month, which is where, because the month has to be completed for the date diff function, right? So since the 3 months, so it takes only the completed months only, okay? And the weeks, for the weeks, it is also taking only the 15 weeks have been completed, and the 16th one is not considered. It is considered as zero, right? So this is this has to be considered while using this function. If you need more appropriate and precise, you have to use these formulas so that you do not ignore. Sometimes you do not want to ignore the fractions, but if you want to ignore the fractions and round up to the nearest, so this is, and even for the rounding, is not a rounding of Excel. Normally we have the rounding is like this, equal to, we say round, and we round it to say 0, right? So that makes rather 88, right? Right, that makes 88. And if we apply the round over this, so that makes 4, right? But this is not a rounding as we understood in the round function. It is actually ignoring the incompleted the month, which is the month which have not been completed. So it takes it 0. So you can say it takes the integer, but it's still not the integer. If you use the integer function, right? Let's apply the integer. Let's apply the integer formula So I write integer. This is the integer formula, and we say make integer in here, right? So that makes 87, whereas the month is taken 86. So integer is still not. We cannot say that dated function takes the integer. It does not take the integer. It takes uh, its own algorithm, and it says that the number of months are the completed month. Number of completed months are 3, because we are standing in April, and the completed month at this point of time are 3. So that's why it is. So we cannot say that it is taking integer. It is actually taking into the consideration the completed month. So let's correct our notation here, that it takes any fraction of the day or week or month or year will be considered as 0, right? This is not an integer part. It is it takes into consideration the completed the completed the completed time periods only, period or interval only, right? So this is the thing which we have understood in this exercise, that and we understood that what is the difference of the integer and what is the difference of rounding up. So 3 things have been explained here, that rounding is the rounding to the nearest integer. And here you have to tell that which digit do you want to round. So no decimal limit, and no decimal, then you will type 0, right? Okay. And if you want to round the days, so this will become rounded. So this is rounding. Yeah, this is rounding function, and this is integer function. Yeah, so this is integer function. And we agreed that, and the algorithm of the diff function, it takes into consideration only the completed completed periods, the interval which you are saying, the completed days, the completed months, and completed weeks, and completed years. Right? So since no year is completed, so it is taking it as 0. So that's fine. Okay, so this is the first part which we wanted to show you now. And so at this point, we hide all this, and let's continue some more things which we want to discuss with you. And here, let's unhide this. I have prepared for you an interesting analysis like this. You see, this is yeah. So here we are writing a formula. Let's make this a bit here, for example. Right. Okay. So whatever you write here, the formula will consider 2 is the second day of month, right? Second day of month, or second day of the week, right? So that is Monday. So you will see that 1 is placed wherever the Monday comes, right? And it takes into consideration only when the same date is the end of the year as well, right? If the year starts with Monday and ends with Monday as well, then a 1 is placed, otherwise it is left blank, right? So this is another way of comparison of the 2 days while considering the weekdays. For example, you want to say that what are those days which what are those years which are starting with the Sunday and ending at Sunday too. As soon as you click 7 is for Sunday. So this is okay. So you have to see that this is not this is Saturday, and this is Saturday. No, 7 is Saturday. Yeah, 7 is Saturday, and 1 is the Sunday, right? 1 is Sunday. If month is if the year is starting with Sunday and ending at Sunday as well, or the 1, so it is going to highlight. By pressing 1 means it is highlighting those years which are starting with Sunday, and the last day of that year is also Sunday. So, so this is an example for you that we can also use the date related functions into the conditional statements and make our own analysis, right? And how many years are like this in the system of Excel, which is containing such a years that they are starting with Sunday and the last day is also Sunday. So what we would do is we put a sum in here. Let's put the sum. That's interesting that if we, yeah, so we put break. Yeah, this is, so out of the Excel system, 871 years in the Excel system. Yeah, 871 years in the Excel system. Let me hide all this. These are for the moment not necessary, right? Just not to confuse the people, right? So 871 are the years in the Excel system, which are starting with Sunday and ending on Sunday as well, right? Yom al-Ahad, right? In Arabic, we say the Sunday is the Yom al-Ahad. And for Monday, let's say Monday. Oh, so two is for Monday, Yom al-Ithnain, right? So there are 870 such years in the Excel system, which are in which the year is starting with Monday, and the last day of that year is also Monday. So this is 870 years are having such a day. So let's say another 3. So that's interesting. The 891 years in the Excel system, they are going to start in with the Tuesday, and the last day of the year will also be Tuesday. So such years are 891 years have such a day. Okay. And if we say the Yom al-Arba, that is Wednesday, right? And Wednesday. So these are 871 years in the Excel system have such a date that they will start with Wednesday and finish with Wednesday. Oh, let's go to the 5th, 891, the same like Tuesday, right? The Tuesday was also 891, and this is a Thursday also, Yom al-Khamis. Yeah. So, and let's see the final thing, that is 6. That is Friday. So 871 years in the Excel system, they're starting and ending on Friday. So this was a good, interesting game we have played, just to in which we learned how to use the weekday function. Weekday comes up with a number, that what is the number of the day. So one starting one, that is for Sunday, 2 for Monday, like this, until the 7 is for Saturday. Let's see the Saturday again. So this 870 are those which are starting with Sunday, Saturday, ending at Saturday as well. Okay, interesting. And this was our presentation for using and comparing the 2 dates and doing some purposeful things and making some. This is very useful when you have some real life requirement in your day-to-day job, in which you need to work out that when will be the weekends falling and what would be the weekday on a certain series of the dates, and so you can use that. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in our next presentation. Thank you very much.